does Jay-Z have against him? We're going to wait for my co-host Thomas to join me on the panel. So just relax, sit back, and chill to some music while I wait for my co-host Thomas to join me on the panel.
Niggas can't do it how we do it, how we poppin' out, yeah. Out here, like this, out here. Out here, the shine out here. Out here, I say. Niggas can't do it how we do it, how we poppin' out, yeah. Out here, like this, out here. Out here, the shine out here. Out here, I say. I see you watching me, talking me, open my eyes, so flare, baby. Now you wanna be in my life. I'm in quarters in the 2,000 once or twice. We straight balls. Gotta keep my eyes so tight. You know what I like. Flexing in my black pitch stripes. Get down on the shorty of a facial is right. Dimming the lights. Asking won't you come out for tight. So I can throw your legs up and show you what looks like. I'm out in the night. Flexing what these suckers is like. I'm out there paper, other types of living the veteran's life. I keep it like tight. So why you wanna hate on the night? Cause my CD on the market and the shining so bright. I suffer for mine. Get on the ground and hustle for mine. And if I don't be, I might have to suffer for mine. Niggas can't do it how we do it, how we poppin' out here. Out here, like this, out here. Out here, the shine out here.
So my co-host Thomas has made it where that he's on his way. Salute to the chat. Salute Leslie. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute Marie. Salute to everybody that's tuning into this demonstration. Now, Chris Brown. It seems like Chris Brown has been in trouble for many, many years. When he first came into the game, and he was young. And it still seems like trouble is just following him. He's much older now. I consider him to be grown. So, and if y'all notice, every time it's something that's dealing with Chris Brown, some strange reason, Jay-Z is in the mix. Now, is it because at one time Jay-Z was dealing with Rihanna, and then Rihanna chose a younger guy, Chris Brown, over Jay-Z? What is it exactly? What's going on with Chris Brown and Jay-Z? Why has Jay-Z been coming for Chris Brown so much? Salute Positive Vibes. Salute. White Nation says, is that LeBron James? Nah, that's not LeBron James. But why do y'all think that Jay-Z is always in the mix of Chris Brown affairs? And remember, he tried to blackball Chris Brown. He was calling up radio stations, stopping them from playing Chris Brown's songs. He was in the way of Chris Brown shows and tours. He was getting a lot of his concerts shut down. Why? Why? And why has Jay-Z been around situations like this when it comes to artists, when it comes to people in the industry, period? Dame Dash. There was a big fallout between Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Is Jay-Z behind a lot of these celebrities, entertainers being blackballed? What is Jay-Z's issue? We know that Beanie Siegel had issues with Jay-Z. Salute Beautiful Nightmare. And in this situation, it could go either way. Now, Beanie Siegel claimed that the judge asked Jay-Z would you be responsible of his whereabouts? Not would you be responsible for his actions. The judge asked Jay-Z, would you be responsible for Beanie Siegel's whereabouts? Meaning, would you be willing to notify us where he is at? Beanie Siegel said that. Jay-Z was like, nah. Now, some people is going to be on Beanie Siegel's side. Some people is going to be on Jay-Z's side. It could go either way. You know, some people going to look at it from Beanie Siegel's perspective. That's messed up. Beans was holding the Rock down. Beans was holding Jay-Z down. And when it came time for Jay-Z to hold Beans down, Beans ain't hold him down. But then you're going to have those that's going to be on Jay-Z's side and be like, look, Beans was wilding out. And Jay-Z just wasn't trying to be held responsible for anything that's affiliated with Beanie Siegel. Because if Beanie Siegel mess up, let's say Beanie Siegel's supposed to be at A and they can't find Beanie Siegel, right? So Jay-Z looking at it like, nah, I ain't going to be held responsible for him. Salute Camille. Salute Camille. Appreciate you for pulling up and subbing to the channel. Salute Camille. So you could look at it in different perspectives. You could look at it in different perspectives. Salute Kotan. Why didn't Jay-Z say that he will be held responsible for Beanie Siegel's whereabouts? Then you got the issue with Jay-Z and Dame Dash. How do y'all feel about that? Marie says, Shank, he in hiding, right? And maybe it's just he trying to boss him. I don't know. I don't know, Marie. But when the Jay-Z and Dame Dash butt heads, now we do know that Dame is the one that really fought for Jay-Z. Jay-Z was an artist. Jay-Z came into the game as an artist. Later on, he graduated up to a boss level, but Jay-Z came into the game as an artist. It was Dame Dash business tactics. It was Dame Dash business connections that paved the way for Jay-Z to become the boss that he became to be. Listen, y'all, without Dame Dash, we wouldn't know the Jay-Z that we know of today. Jay-Z came into the rap game rapping fast. Okay? Now, they shot Jay-Z demos to 13 different record labels. All 13 record labels canceled or not canceled. All 13 record labels refused to sign Jay-Z. Dame, now here comes Dame. Because at first, Jay-Z wasn't rapping about the streets. So now here comes Dame's influence. Dame is like, okay, Jay, you need to rap about the streets. Now, their third partner, Kareem, the third partner in Rockefeller, Jay-Z was rapping about Kareem's lifestyle. All of the popping bottles, all of the fancy cars and all of that, that came from Kareem lifestyle. But this is Dame quarterbacking all of this. You know, he's quarterbacking all this. And that's why when it comes to playing your position, that's first. And then not forgetting where you came from. If you come into the game and you got partners, look, y'all gonna have disagreements. It ain't a partner of mine that I haven't had disagreements with. You're going to have disagreements with your partners. That's human nature, to disagree with one another. But you got to always look at the assignment, and you got to always look at where y'all started from. Now, there's always two sides of every story. Some people say that it's three sides of every story. It's your side, it's this person's side, and then it's the truth. I say it's two sides of every story. I say it's two sides of every story. It's somebody who is telling the truth, and then it's somebody that's trying to dodge around the truth. In my opinion, it's three sides. Like I said, and I don't know where people came up with that from. Shank, you know, it's three sides of every story. It's that person's side, and then it's this person's side, and then it's the truth. Well, what if one of them is telling the truth? That's taken away from both parties. You can't say it's three sides, but however, everybody got their own perspective on how things go. But I say that it's two sides of every story. So you got Dame's side and you got Jay-Z's side. Now, it's up to you to decide which side, who's telling, which side is you're going to go with. And this is what I've learned. This is what I learned. Just because a person is broke, that don't mean you shouldn't go by their side of the story. Just because a person is unpopular, just because a person is not liked by the majority of the people, that don't mean you should go against that person's side of the story. Just because the person got money, the person got clout, everybody like this person, that don't mean that that person is right. Majority of the times, not all the time, but the majority of the times, the person that's broke, the person that don't nobody care too much about, 9 times out of 10, that's the person that's telling the truth. 9 times out of 10, the person with the money, 9 times out of 10, that person is not telling the truth. And that's why so many people get played out of position when it comes to certain situations, because they automatically assume he got money, I'm gonna roll with him. Don't nobody want to listen to him because he broke. But then when it plays out, right? When it all plays out, and we witnessing that today. Salute, Miss Parker. We're witnessing that today with Baby Oil Man. Baby Oil Man is a prime example of how people will choose up the person with the money, the person with the clout, the person with the fame, even though that person is wrong. They knew Baby Oil Man was wrong. You can bet that. You know how we know that they knew Baby Oil Man was wrong? Look at the ones that's starting to come out and speak on it. You still got those that won't utter a word about it. It makes you think, I wonder why this person ain't speaking out about it. But look at the Gene Deals. Look at the Jaguar Wrights. Even though Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright has been exposing Baby Oil Man, Gene Deal was around, definitely. Now, I can't say for sure Jaguar Wright, but Gene Deal definitely was around during those times. You can bet that Gene Deal was around during some of those times when incidents happened. So, what is that to say? Where am I going at with all of this? How is this? What does this got anything to do with Jay-Z and Chris Brown? All right, Jay-Z is the big fish, Jay-Z the shark, Chris Brown is the little fish, right? What did Chris Brown do to Jay-Z? Simple question. What did Chris Brown do to Jay-Z? And it's not going to be a long demonstration. I'm not going to hold y'all that much longer. I just want to get the opinions from you all. Before I can get into this demonstration, I need to get the opinions of you all. What did Chris Brown do to Jay-Z? What does Jay-Z have against Chris Brown? Can anybody answer that question? Chris Brown took the woman that Jay-Z was smashing. Chris Brown stepped on the scene and took Rihanna away from Jay-Z. And see, this is coming from the game. I'm coming from the game. This is what suckers do. Suckers will beef with you over a female. Suckers, if the female chooses you, a sucker is going to do everything in his power to get you up out of here. A sucker is going to badmouth you. A sucker is going to blackball you. Remember, this was the situation that Jay went through with Dame. Remember, Aaliyah, if y'all notice, it's always a female, always, when it comes to these situations with Jay. Now, I'm going to leave y'all with that question, all right? Beautiful says, that's crazy when he had Beyonce. But remember, Beautiful, remember, Beyonce, allegedly, that was an arrangement. Beyonce's and Jay-Z's relationship, that was an arrangement by the hierarchies. That was an arranged relationship between them two. Salute Juanita. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute Juanita. It was an arrangement, but it's always a female. Always a female. You know, but that's some sucker-ish. Hey man, may the best man win. You know, so ask yourself, what do Jay got against Chris Brown? I'm telling y'all, Rihanna. Jay is the type of dude, he want it all for himself. You got dudes out here that's like that. You got dudes out here. You got them old, you got them young. They want it all for themselves. If they can't have it all, they definitely don't want you to have it. Study Jay-Z lyrics. Study Jay-Z lyrics. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Salute. And I'll see y'all on the next demonstration. Salute, y'all.